Hey, scrapbook friends, it's Nicole. Welcome to week 59 of Theme Park Thursday, and happy Thanksgiving to those of you who are watching this on release day. Happy Thanksgiving whenever it was, if you're watching it later. But today's layout was a little tricky for me. I only had 2 photos, and that's hard for me. But I was able to pull out some really old paper from my stash. This is old CM paper from a pack called Textiles. It was only 10 by 12. And then a couple retired colors of cardstock. I pulled out the medallion frame chain border maker cartridge, which is one I rarely use because I had it. The first one I had, I managed to bend it because I punched paper that was too thick, and I've been super scared to ever try it again. But it worked, and I was able to use up some old papers and fit just 2 pictures and journal. And I'm still struggling a little bit because I feel like it needs more, even though part of my brain is screaming at me, it doesn't need more. So if you think it needs more, if you have an idea of what I could put or where I could put it, feel free to put that in the comments. If not, I'm going to try and let it go. And you can just watch the rest of this video to figure out how I got from my 2 photos to this finished-ish layout of Luisa from Encanto. All right, so here's the rest of the pictures I have from our day at Hollywood Studios. And I went through, I think I told you guys already, I went through and I marked the time stamps on the pictures just to time everything. So we did these pictures with Luisa from Encanto. And then we went and did these at the entry. And so these 2 this is only 2 pictures of these Encanto. So they're going to have to be on their own. But, you got to admit, there again, Katie is the one that gets to be the muscle man. So these 2 are going to come together. I don't know that they need to stay rectangular. They could be squares. I could crop them down. They're very small if we crop them down, though. But I feel like the little donkey gets kind of lost in the shuffle if we don't, if I don't crop these photos down. So, I told you this is what I spend a lot of my time doing, right? What paper could go with Luisa and Encanto? I wish I had the Mexico theme pack, except they're not from Mexico, right? They're from Colombia, so maybe I don't want that. I think I definitely want to crop this out that has the little exit only, please. And so I think I'm going to cut them down, maybe 3.5 by 4.5 or something. And then really there's a lot of fun, like Pinteresty layouts I've seen, and I don't have my laptop down here with me tonight, and I don't want to spend too much time thinking too hard about this one because it's Thanksgiving week and my life is crazy. We have Thanksgiving, of course, and then we have I have my open house. So if you're local and you want to come drop by my studio on Friday or Saturday or next week Monday, I would love to see you. So I just want to be done with this one, and I'm not particularly excited, except that I really do like these magic shots and these fun photos. Something that makes me feel kind of South American. Textiles, I have some paper from old CM. It's 10 by 12 paper. It was called Textiles. Wonder where that is and if I could find it. All right, I'm going to go on a little adventure into the faraway papers that are over in the corner of my room in the old file mate and see if I can find that. All right, here's our little walk on the wild side, or walk through the past, I guess. This is my old file mate, 10 by 12 paper. Got some old stuff in here. Anybody remember these? I've got these limited edition ones. Miscellaneous printed. This one, maybe. This isn't really South American, but maybe it could be. I feel like we had paper that was, gosh, I don't even know what's in here. Some snow paper. Wonder if I have any of that grass paper that we all liked. Oh, Textiles. Here's the one called Textiles. Oh, this one was the Textiles, and this one, I could use that. Let's see, let's pull out all the ones from here. Gosh, it would be nice to use some of these. Nature's Whisper. elegant. Halloween done with one. Surely I'm not the only person that still has the Groovy Girl that still has this old paper. Look, I have one piece of black gingham left. I don't think I have any of the grass. That was some interesting grass. Look, I have a whole unopened pack of this pumpkin spice stripe. All right, that was a little memory lane. We had there was like a Asian Miyabi pack, I remember, because one of my customers back then when I lived in North Carolina was adopting a little girl from China. And so we loved that paper pack for her adoption papers. Okay, I think we're going to stick with these. I don't think this one. I think this was the rainbow. I don't know that these actually go together, this stripe and this checker. I've got a lot of it. This must have been like when we could buy it as CM consultants. You could buy like a 10 pack of the same paper, and so I would buy the ones that I liked. All right, I think maybe this stripe is the one I like. Although it doesn't, there's none of, well, I guess the blue is in here. Not that one. Any of these three, I think, could go. I think I like this one. I think there's like a richness, and maybe a blue, like a blue solid, because I think I'm just going to use these papers. But oh my goodness, I need to find a way to use these. So much paper, so much paper. Oh, ooh, this is the one I was looking for. Oh, I like that one. Okay. This is coming in here, except this doesn't have any blue in it. This only has green. I like that together. Okay, well, we maybe are going to do something with that. And yet I keep buying more paper, and I always need, I always need a different pack of paper. I'm actually quite proud of myself for finding this. I am not the world's most organized person. Maybe I don't want that one. I like it because it's got the blue, but I like this paper more. Even though we're wearing blue. Maybe. We'll see. And because this is 10 by 12, it is going to make me be more creative. I think I want to do like the squares or cut these smaller. Maybe we do a circle. Maybe we do something with like some stripes that go in a couple of different directions. Do I want it on green? Do I want it on canary? This paper, this tree has little kind of yellowish leaves in it, but I don't know that I want to bring those out too much. And this really is irking me. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is crop these photos down to get rid of that exit only, please. So we're going to cut this to 3.5. Actually, this one, we'll see. This one, I feel like we're a little bit closer. Can I cut it at 3.5? Yes. Cut it at 3.5. All right, and I really don't want it that much bigger. So what if we cut it to, what did I say, 3.5 by 4.5? I kind of like that. Deep breath, cut. Okay, there we go. We're going to do them both 3.5 by 4.5. Maybe this one I could have even gone 3.5 by 3.5, but we can always cut more later. You can't uncut very well. All right, let's see if I can pull out a green and the canary, and if I have like a mustardy yellow in my stash. I love that kind of mustard yellow, and so I do save, anytime that Creative Memories has a paper buffet with colors, I like to buy, enough to add to my stash. All right, let's see if I can remember all these colors that I've just pulled. This is canary. This is a current yellow, and I kind of am okay with that. But then I found this one. I think it's called sunflower, and I really like this one. This is kind of that richer yellow. Then I pulled crimson, which we had for a little while when we didn't have cranberry. I think that looks really good with this. And then I have 3 different greens, and now I'm not going to be able to remember which one is which. This one was called Fresh Green, I think. And this was Kelly Green, and this is our current green. These two are very, very, very much the same. In fact, they might just be exactly the same. But I don't really feel like either one of them is. I did try avocado. Well, actually, maybe I do like avocado. It's not like the same as this green, but it has kind of that same mood to it. Kind of the vibrancy. Let me pull out a whole piece of avocado. All right, I am trying to not like talk and turn away from the camera at the same time, so apologies if I cut in and out. I think I'll put these back, and we're going to work with these for right now. All right, actually this one is called Lily Pad, and I might like it a little bit better than the avocado. Although I love avocado, it's one of my favorite greens right now. I think we're going to go with Lily Pad, if we're even going to use green for anything. So Encanto, trying to think if there's like a technique or something I've seen recently that might be cool to do. I like using lots of colors, so maybe we do just a stripe of this, but you know I'll have to have a border. I don't know how I feel with these two together. A stripe of this, or these two together, kind of on a wide stripe of this, and maybe a banner coming out the side, or a couple of banners, and maybe a mat on here. I definitely think a mat. Sorry, yes, that was me sighing. Just not feeling very inspired. I think what I'm going to do is kind of what I just was thinking. I'm just going to put this on a rectangle piece that's maybe 10 by, this is 3.5, 10 by 5, 10 by 5.5. And then we'll figure out what we can do over here. I could kind of replicate some of these little squares. Maybe I could even round the corners. How weird would that be? But let's start with this 5, 3.5. I think I want an inch on either side, so I'm going to go to 5.5, which is of course just the right, the right outside edge of my trimmer right here is 5.5. So this is 10 by 12 paper, and then I'm going to take 2 inches off, so I have an inch in either direction. And it's weird because this isn't double-sided paper, and I'm so used to double-sided paper now. But way back in the day, we didn't have double-sided paper. CM was doing single-sided. I really do like this goldenrod. This is like a paperweight too. It's not cardstock weight. Whereas this one, this Lily Pad, is like a really thick cardstock. So it's interesting to kind of see the evolution that CM has been doing with papers. Okay, I'm liking the red kind of a border. Maybe I do cut one of these smaller. If I do it smaller, I usually would like to put the bigger one on the bottom, but I want this one to kind of be the focal point. It's going to be on the left-hand side of the page in my book. And so then if I do some, I don't know about that now with this. This is a little bit much. I guess I could do it on here. Nah, I don't think I like it on there. I like this yellow with this, but I don't like it like underneath it. I don't want to do too many layers. I kind of think I want to do something with like a banner. Haven't decided yet about cutting the pictures. They fit better if I put like a 1/2 inch between them. I could still have that inch border all the way around. I like that I have this little scrap because it's helping me to visualize what this is going to look like. All right, so this one I want to have that just an 1/8 of an inch border. So I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch off 2 sides of this lily pad paper. Turn it 90 degrees, cut a 1/2 inch. And then this one, I probably could get away with a smaller frame, but I like to do the 1 inch frame because it's the easiest for me. So again, I've showed this a bunch of times. Put my paper on the 1 inch line, start my cut at 1 inch, and then end it 1 inch using the blade housing kind of as my measuring tool. It doesn't have to be exact. I just want to make sure I leave enough to do my, so that you can't tell that I gutted this piece of paper. I didn't cut quite far enough, but that's all right. I don't care really so much what the frame underneath looks like. And then this is a paper I can use for something else, crimson. All right, so then I'll put this green on here. And I probably do need something with the border maker. I wonder if how the border maker will do on this really thin paper. I'm a little leery of it on super thin paper. I think I'm going to cut this guy down. I hope I don't regret it, but once I cut it, it will be too late. So 3.5, so it's a square. I could actually probably cut this one down to 3.5 and have them both be squares. Maybe I will. Maybe I would like that better. But I think I like having it bigger, and I think I want to mat it. Maybe mat it with this. I don't think I'm going to mat it with this yellow. Nope, definitely not going to mat it with the yellow. I guess, actually, I've talked about trying to do kind of more simple pages with white space, even though the space is green. Maybe I need some brown. I need something out this way, and maybe I need a punch or a something. So if you remember in the movie Encanto, Luisa is like the strong sister who always has to lift everything for everybody. I think it's ironic that it was Katie who's always, picking up the slack at our house too. Well, when she lived at home, she was. Oh yeah, I just realized that this paper I could have just cut. Oh no, I couldn't have because it would have been in the other direction. I didn't want it that way, but it's like it's already 10 inches paper. Ooh, I kind of like that with 2 squares. Maybe I cut this piece like 10 by 10 and have the 2 squares, or 9 by 9 even. Let's do 10 by 10. I don't have a lot of this orange solid left. It's funny, I've talked before about how I hate to fold out the arm on my trimmer, but I find that I'm doing it more often and it doesn't bother me as much lately. I think I want it smaller. 9 by 9, 8 by 8. Well, I guess this does feel wasteful of the paper, so I wish it were double-sided because then I could use the back as something else. So I'm going to cut off, well, you know, I'll do 8.5. I'll cut off 1.5 inches on 2 sides and hope for the best. All right, I think I'm still going to leave this with about, so I only cut, I cut 1/2 inch off. I was only going to cut 1/4 inch off. Drat. All right, I would say that's an awfully big border. I didn't mean to do that. Do I want to mat them in that red? The crimson. Ooh, maybe I do. The skinny little 1/8 of an inch crimson, which is what I wanted. And then maybe we'll use this, punch something out of this. So these are 3.5. So if I cut this at 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 for the bottom one, and 4 3/4 for the top one. All right, this is kind of coming together, even though I messed up on my measurements right here. If it really bothered me, I could of course take another piece of this paper and then save this for something else, but even for me, I don't think it bothers me that much. So then if I've got that 1/4 inch, then I think I do want 1/2 inch here and here. And then I need something. Do I need it in this crimson? What do we have? The mandala punch would be good, but that's not at home. Let me look through my punches and see. All right, we could use this one, the beaded ovals. I kind of like that one. Maybe the mosaic diamond border maker cartridge. So the only other one I could find is this one. I don't remember what it's called. This kind of feels South American to me. I don't know why. The other ones don't. And then I found this border maker cartridge, the medallion frame chain. This was one of my favorites, but I'm really scared to use it because I had so many people that their medallion frame chain got bent. But I wonder if it would just jam. I don't know if it was bent. I wonder if it's because I've figured out that technique now of punching every other punch to keep it from messing up. I'm going to punch on this little scrap of this skinny paper first. Just see. Uh-oh, we're going to use a Post-it note. Hopefully you guys know this trick about when you have to punch a, oh, maybe I'll use this yellow paper and then I won't have to, because this is also very thin paper. It's paper weight, not cardstock weight. I don't have to use a Post-it note. But if you ever do want to punch something that's too skinny, you can just use a Post-it note. I like to put with the sticky so it goes across, and that'll hold it in place and give the magnet strip something to grab onto. But we're not going to do that after all. But I'm scared because, like I say, I sent several of these back. And I think it's just because it's so delicate that it's really easy to, like if you punch through something too hard, it gets jammed. So let's try this. But I'm going to do the every other punch technique. I'm like scared to death. I'm shaking. But like I literally had people's that it wouldn't punch anymore. So be super careful. If you still have this one, if it still works, I would really advise against using it on super thick cardstock. But it's so pretty. I do really like it. Oh yeah, I think I like that. And I think I need 2 rows of it. No, I might even need 3. But I don't want to push my luck. I just feel like one of these days I'm going to punch it and it's going to be my the last hurrah, you know. At least I got one good one. I suppose I could do one of these borders too and like mix it up, but. And I don't know if like when you punch with it, it gets like the metal gets warmed up or what happens. But I definitely feel like the when the paper droops like that, you know, here it's holding it straight, but when it droops, it's more likely to get tangled up in the punch. And so by doing the every other punch technique, yeah, okay, I'm liking this. Although this is actually more kind of maybe Greek, but I think it works for this. I don't know if I need 3. Maybe I do, just because there's not a lot going on that page. Maybe I do want a separate punch in the middle with a different color. Brown, maybe a brown shimmer. I think I'm not going to push my luck with this medallion frame. And I'm going to do another color. And there is kind of a brown in this paper. So let me try that. All right, I actually pulled out, this was copper shimmer. This was from a secret box. And I kind of like it. Let me pull the brown out too. All right, that's the brown. Dang it, I like both of those. I love the brown shimmer. But I think I can get away with the copper. I almost want to matte something. Maybe double matte the pictures with some copper and then punch the border. Well, I'll punch the border first. This is very lightweight paper, so I hope we don't have any tangling. Oh. Actually, now that I'm punching it, I'm not sure how well it's going to show up on that orange. I've seen layouts done where they do like a whole bunch of different designs down the side. Maybe that's what I want to do. Maybe this whole section, I could even throw in that other leaf that I kind of appeals to me. You know, we could just have like copper and yellow and copper and yellow, copper, yellow, and leaf in a dark green. I don't know, that might be too much. Maybe I just want these 3. Of course, now I feel like if I put these together on another piece of paper, then they become a border and not just me punching borders. Yeah, I don't know about this. The copper is really close to this orange. Well, here's a piece of brown shimmer that I pulled out. Put the copper on top of it, and then I put these. either side of it. I think I like that better, to have the brown behind it. Definitely needs something up here. But I like it better on the brown, and I only pulled that out to be a color guide for me. I think I need to put these two down first and then put this over the top. It would be too much of a pain even for me to put up on foam tape, but it would be really cool if I could lift it up. And I know that you can like punch multiples of something and then stack them, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I still got to figure out all my food for Thanksgiving Day. We're going to our friend's house, so thankfully I only have to make like 3 things and they're easy. All right, here's a repo tape that actually has tape in it. Ooh, do I like it like that better? No, I'm not putting it together. You see why I feel like I use more tape when I'm using repo? I would never use this many swipes if I was using permanent adhesive. Of course, I would never be able to use permanent adhesive on this little thing. And actually, this this border punch came out before the repositionable adhesive, I think. I don't know where we got that or when we got that. That's been a game changer. I think we had to use the precision point adhesive pen, the glue pen. All right, get those down. All right, I like that. I like that. I think we'll stick this down. I'm gonna try my friend Sherry's technique of putting the adhesive on here. I'm still, like my brain still wants to put the adhesive on the piece I'm sticking down, because that way I know that the tape isn't going to poke out. Maybe that's why I do it that way. But ever since I saw her do it on one of her videos, I've thought, oh, I should try it this other way. But I think this might be the last time I try it this way. Actually, you guys, I have no idea what I think. You guys know I change my mind all the time. All right. So we'll put this down. Sorry, I think I must have moved my camera stand a little bit. And then this one we're gonna put, I could like cut out part of the corner of this, but I'm not going to. We're gonna do this about 1/2 inch from this outside edge. And then we'll do this also about 1/2 inch so that it overlaps these two. Oops, wrong one. You think that the fact that this one has a big green on the top would help me remember. All right. this. And I think I am going to double matte these. Oh, I don't really want the bronze on the outside though. Well, maybe I do want it on the outside. Maybe it'll be all right on the outside. Even if it overlaps this. And maybe I don't need to. I feel like I do need more of the bronze though. Could just do it like this. Oh, maybe I like that better. Not, ooh, maybe I do like this and I only double matte this one. I think it was feeling a little too symmetrical. I think I like it like that and double matte that one. All right, so this is about 2 inches from the bottom. I definitely need to incorporate some more of that bronze, and I don't know if I want to just do a piece that maybe goes behind just of the bronze up there, or that just partially comes out. It is kind of weird for me to be using solid and solid. I'm not used to that. I've been doing so much other, you know, so many patterns lately. When I do the Savvy Scrapbookers videos, you know, we try to divide up the paper pack and use just what's in the paper pack when we can. Sometimes it's hard. All right, so this was 3 3/4. I'm going to cut this to 4. Nah, I think I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4 because I want it a little bit. I don't want the mats to be the same size. So if I would have cut it at 4, it would have given me an 1/8 of an inch mat, and by cutting it at 4 1/4, it's going to give me a 3/8 of an inch mat. But that means I have to do, this was at 5 1/4, because I did it 4 3/4, so 5 1/4. We'll see. We'll see how that looks. That might be too big, but I can always cut it down. All right, that's not stuck down. Okay, yeah. I'm liking this. I think I do need to cover up the mat, I mean the border though. Part of me wants to do it above the border and just kind of have it sit on top right here. But I think I like it better kind of covering up that border. Yeah, the plainness of the cardstock background is kind of annoying me. Not annoying me, but it's feeling very, very flat to me when I'm so used to having paper and patterns. I'm trying to kind of keep this border kind of the same width all the way around. And this one, I definitely want it to go on top of that little piece of the squares paper. I keep trying to wipe that off, and that's actually a curb painted on the ground, so I cannot take it off. All right. I'm going to punch one more of these. Oh, I could just use this piece. We'll punch one more little beaded ovals. I feel like it's catching in here. This is a delicate one too, and this paper is very thin. Not very thin. I mean, it's not like vellum or anything like that, but it's thinner than our regular cardstock. And oh, I'm so sad that bronze shimmer has gone away. I did talk to somebody at CM, and they said that the paper mill that they've been they've been buying it from is no longer manufacturing it, and that's why we don't have it, not because they don't like it too. Okay, I'm kind of liking this. I don't think I want to go to there. I think I want to come, like, end it right here. Do I need another piece of this? I kind of don't think I do. But I need something else that's in this yellow. And I mean, I'm gonna have to do like a yellow title right here. Maybe I'll just write Luisa. I probably need to look up her name because I'm pretty sure that's what her name is. Do I want to go off the edge? I guess I do, because I went off the edge here. But do I want this to be on the edge? And look at that, it didn't quite punch all the way through. This little piece has a little, like, it folded instead of punching. So I'm just going to even that up, even though I think one of these pieces is going to come off the edge and be trimmed off anyway. I like it that, and I'll just stick it behind. Yeah. But do I need another piece of the yellow up there? Or if I do, then do I need another piece that comes off this edge too? I think maybe that's going to have to be enough, and I'll use yellow sticker letters and journal. See, I don't have my laptop down here, and this, of course, is my phone, so I can't Google about Luisa. All right, we're just going to go with some yellow sticker letters, Luisa, and I'm going to journal. It needs something else, but maybe while I'm doing that, I will figure out what that is. Oh, the yellow's not quite right. Yes, I've opened many packs of these sticker letters. All right, I even have all the letters for it. Pull out my ruler. Let's see. Now that I'm here, I'm seeing that this isn't quite straight. If I put this, these are not quite an inch tall. I think I need it right there, 1.5 inches from the some flowers. Maybe some flowers would be good. I'm not really a flowery person. Luisa's not really a flowery person. Maybe this is enough. All right, let me journal, and then when the journaling is done, perhaps that will, then I'll be able to decide if this is enough. I ended up taking my phone down so I could look this up just to find out about Luisa, and what I was reminded was that Encanto came out in November of 2021, and this trip was in March of 2022, so it was the newest Disney movie. So I just said that Disney's newest animated movie prior to this trip was Encanto, which featured a character named Luisa who was super strong. The magic of PhotoPass let Katie compare her own strength to Luisa's. Pretty nifty to hold up a donkey with one arm. So I think I'm done. You guys know me. I want to fill in all this space. I need something right here, some clusters or something, flowers, a little donkey sticker, but I don't have any of that, and I still have to figure out when I'm going to be making all my you know, hash brown casserole and broccoli salad and the rolls that I am taking to my friend's house for Thanksgiving. So I am not filming this Thanksgiving morning. You guys know that, but I still have to also edit this video and get it uploaded. So I think we're going to be okay with Luisa. And if not, you know that I will figure out something and I can add it another week. But for now, I'm going to try to be okay. I do really love that I was able to use this medallion frame chain. And I used 2 different punches. I used a border maker and a border punch. And I love them. I have them all. I have every single punch Creative Memories has had, New Creative Memories has had. I have all the border maker cartridges. Do I use them? No. Do I need to use them? Yes. So I think I'm looking at this going, oh, I need to do something else right here. Another strip of this. Nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be done. We're going to call this, I guess we're going to call this Luisa from Encanto. And put that on the YouTube. And tell me what you think. Do I need to go back and put some? Is it enough? Tell me it's enough so that I don't have to stress about this. But if I wake up in the night and, you know, I might. But we'll see. I'm going to try to let it go and just be happy. Maybe, you know, Luisa's, her whole song is about feeling pressure. And I can really relate to that. Just feeling like, you know, pressure like a drip, drip, drip. It's like, so much pressure. No pressure. Scrapbooking should be fun. I want it to be fun. I do like the way this turned out. I like the kind of the blocks, and I love that I use the border. So thanks for watching. Thanks for bearing with me as I just am dealing with my own little scrapbooking anxiety, which is so dumb because nobody cares. It's fine. The pictures are on. It's journaled. That's what matters. And it's pretty, and I like it. So happy Thanksgiving. Thanks to all of you for being a part of my channel, for your comments, your likes, and I hope that this is helping you to motivate you and inspire you for your own scrapbook layouts. Whether or not you use any of these ideas, I appreciate that you care enough to watch me go through my process. So thanks so much. I'll be back next week with another edition of Theme Park Thursday, and we'll finish up what the facing page will be, which is going to be those pictures in front of the Chinese theater. So thanks so much. Happy scrapbooking and happy Thanksgiving.